Actually,
So
yes.
yes. So on your canvas, there's a data, the customer data. Okay, so let's download that data and let's work with that data.
Okay.
So last week, basically, we introduced you to Power BI, okay, which is a data visualization tool. Okay. And we know at the end of the day, all the analysis that we have learned. Sorry, can we mute our mics? So all the analysis we have learned, how to extract the data with SQL, how to analyze the data with Python and Excel. Then we need to now do a summary of all those analysis we have done in form of what? A dashboard. And we have said that we can do the dashboard in Excel, but it's a little bit more mechanical or more manual. So we need to have an automated way of doing it. Then we have different data visualization tools such as Power BI, Tableau, and the rest. But Power BI is a little bit more user-friendly, okay? And we have seen that there are different aspects to your Power BI, and one of them is what? When we extract the data, isn't it? You don't have to do your data modeling, right? Then before you do your work reports. So last week, what we introduced you to that in Power BI, you can extract your data from different sources, which can be grouped into different types. Okay, so we have the file, database, Power Platform, Azure, online services, and others. Okay, so we can get the data from different sources. So the moment you get your file, you need to ask yourself, what file is it? Am I getting it from CSV file? Is it a CSV file? Or is it an Excel file? Or is it from an SQL database? Or is it from the web? Okay. So if you go to the dashboard, you will see a data called customer data. So that customer data, please kindly confirm, is it an Excel file or is it a CSV file? Is it an Excel file or is it a CSV file? Confirm, please.
XLXSX. It should be an Excel file.
There should be what? An Excel file. Okay. So the moment I've identified as an Excel file, isn't it? So when I want to bring it into Power BI, what do I now use?
An Excel. Go to Excel.
Excel. So either say import data from Excel or Excel workbook, or I'll come here to get data Excel workbook. Can you see that? So they have made it life easy for you. So just click import data from Excel. Then you have to go to the location where the data is. What's the name of the data? Customer data, isn't it? So that customer open. So I have the file like this. Okay. Are we all here now? Best practice. You know, in Excel, we mentioned some best practices. One, always put your Excel in tables. Always put them in tables. And secondly, always label your sheets. Always label your sheets. So that's why, because the sheet is labeled customers, that's why you see it here. Imagine you had like 10 sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5 to 10. How will you know which one? So best practice, always label your sheets and always put your data in tables, in Excel tables. All right, so when I check this, can we see a sample of it? Yes? Can we see a sample of the data here?
Yes.
Beautiful. Now, anytime you have your data like this, never click on load. Rather, what you do, transform
data.
Because remember, 80% of the time of a data analyst, you spend it with cleaning and transforming that data. Okay? It's only by rare chance that the data is already cleaned up. They can load it automatically. But if it is not clean, then you have to transform data. And remember that your data, once it has loaded, it takes you to what they call what your Power Query editor. Power Query what? Editor.
Editor.
Yeah. Now, let's look at this data. Is this data ready for analysis?
No.
Why?
We need to clean it because empty spaces, we have no values.
Yeah, so this is what we call what? A dirty what? Data. It can be worse than this. It can be worse than this. You know, human beings, the kind of errors they introduce, you'll be wondering how did somebody manage to commit this type of error. Okay. Now, when you want to clean data, there's something that is guiding you, isn't it? So I gave you some certain rules. What are those rules?
There should be no empty space, empty row, no column, no duplicate, no null values.
Yes.
Single column, single headings, categories in one place.
All right. So the first thing we started by saying that every table must have one single row of header. Do we have a single row of header here?
No.
Okay. So what is the first thing you want to do?
Make headers.
Make headers. Okay. Everybody, are you following now?
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody, are you following? So have you all downloaded this file now? So we can start working with. Please make sure you try to follow me, because if you don't follow, it look very easy. But if you don't follow what we are doing, you miss it out. Okay? Because there are little things, they may sound simple, but when you are left on your own, it now becomes, I thought I saw how they have done this. So understand that the whole process is that once I have extracted my data, remember in the data pipeline, when we're talking about ETL, extract, transform, and load. Okay? So this is your Power Query, also a form of ETL. Extract the data, transform the data, and load it. Now we want to clean and transform the data. That's what we are trying to do now. Okay. So those rules we have here, first row of header. So I will check. Can you see my table? This is supposed to be my headers. Okay, these are supposed to be my headers. But now this is my header here. Row 1 is my header. I want to make my row 1 now become my what? Header. Okay. So what do? I come to my home. Can you see your home? Your home tab. Do you see use first row as header? Use first row as header. Can you see there? Use first row as header. Have you seen that? So I've used first row as header. Now please take notes. Power Query in itself is not like, it's not Excel. Okay, it's not Excel. If in Excel you have made mistake, what do you do? To undo, what do you do?
Ctrl Z.
Ctrl Z, isn't it? Beautiful. Now, in this case, if I press Ctrl Z, nothing is going to happen. It doesn't work. So rather, it keeps your steps. Can you see your applied steps? Applied steps. So if I want to Ctrl Z, this is where I will cancel it. Can you see cancel? I will cancel. Can you see that? So anytime I have done something, I'll come here and cancel it. Do we see that? Okay, so what we do, we are going to what? Promote headers. So use first row as what? Header. Okay. So now we have used first row as what? Header. So are we to say how to clean that part? Are we okay with that? Use first row as header. Are we clear with that?
Yes.
All right. Now, what's the next thing again you think we can do? What's the next thing we think we can do? What is another rule again? Yes? What's the other rule?
We want to remove null columns and null rows.
Now, please take note. When you say null, is null the same thing as error?
No. Null is, I think null is empty.
So null means what? Empty. Isn't it? It means empty. So it just means like blank. That is null. So it's not necessarily an error. Okay. But when we say no empty rows, that means completely that row beginning to the end, everything is null, null, null. This is completely empty. So this is what an empty row. Okay. But it's different from this, for example, row 11, where we have null here. This one is missing data. It can be missing data, not necessarily empty row. So when you are cleaning, there are different aspects. You can have what? Empty rows, empty columns, or missing data. So there are two different things. So when you say a null, is it an empty row or is it a missing data? That's the question you need to answer. Okay. So if I have, so let's take for the first case, this is what an empty row. So the first row is empty, completely empty. Okay. So what we can do, if I want to remove that first row here, this first row. So if I come here to my home tab, right? If I come to my home tab, now can you see remove rows? Can you see remove rows? Remove top rows. Can you see that? Remove top rows. How many rows do I want to remove? 1. Okay. Can you see that? It's gone. And everything is being stored for you. Every process, every step is being stored for you here. Okay. So that is top row. The same way, I also have some empty ones here. But how do I remove this one now? So let's look at it. This is row what? This is row what?
15.
Row 15, okay?
15.
So if I come here and say remove rows, do you see remove rows? And I'll say top rows. And I'll say remove 15. Number of rows 15. What have I done?
15 is deleted.
Remove 1 to 15, I guess.
Did I remove row 15 or did I remove 1 to 15? Which one?
1 to 15. Remove 1 to 15. 15 rows.
Exactly. Is that what I wanted to do?
No.
So you have to be very careful how it works. Okay. You have to be very careful how it works. So imagine if I come here and say remove duplicate. So anywhere I see duplicate, remove it, but remove blank rows. Can you say remove blank rows? Have you seen that?
Yes.
Did you see that? We'll do it again. So I've shown you how to remove top row, isn't it? If I put 15 there, to be remove top 15, the first 15 rows. That's what it means. Alternatively, I can come here and say remove blank rows, all the blank rows there. Alternatively, if it is duplicate values, remove them. Okay. Then if I say remove alternate rows, can you see that? But you see, when you are removing alternate rows, you have to be very careful of the pattern. Okay. So in order to avoid all these problems, if they are not clear, you know what the best thing to do? Just come here to your filter. Can you see your filter? Just like in Excel, and uncheck what? None. That's all. All the blanks will come out. Can you see that? Are you clear now how to remove the blank rows now?
Sorry, please. When you uncheck null for only other ID column,
Yes.
then that particular row has values in other columns.
Now look at it. Just look at it. Can you see row 15 is completely empty?
Recording in
Okay.
completely empty, 22 completely empty, is it not? Those are the what? Those ones
Empty
are the
rows.
what? Yes, those are the empty rows. What you are talking about is somewhere like row 11, is it row 11 or row 12, where you have this one, isn't it? It means that if I remove that null here, it's going to remove this ones completely, but that's not what I want to do.
I think I understand because your other ID is more like the primary.
Yes, that is the one
Okay.
that you are using to
Yes, unique.
identify what
Okay.
is
Okay.
exactly. That is why you do not use the data inside. It is the key data you are using, whether it is primary key there, data that you are going to use. Clear?
Yes,
Are you
it
okay
is.
now? Yes.
Yes.
So I come here, filter it, and say, okay, I want to remove my empty cell. So null, I will say, okay. And that's it. So I means I've removed all the empty word rows. Do I have any empty rows now? Do I have empty rows now? All right. So the next thing is that no empty rows. Then what again? What's the next rule?
So total also.
Yes, we have done rows now. So let's go to columns now, isn't it?
Okay, yes.
Columns. All right. So let's check. Now you see this null here. Are these null empty rows?
Yeah, no empty
This null
rows.
here, are they empty rows?
No,
Yeah.
they're not empty rows.
They are what?
They are not empty rows. You have to be empty rows. No.
What are they?
Okay. Um, first, they're just empty cells because they're just
Yes. So
empty
they are
cells,
called
not
missing data. They are
same
called
data.
missing data. Okay, they are called missing data. All right, good. So let's go to columns. Are these empty columns?
Yes, column 9, 10, 11.
Are they missing columns? Empty columns?
Empty columns.
Beautiful. So if I want to remove a column, what do? I will right click and say what? Remove. Can you see that? If I made a mistake, I'll come here and uncheck and delete it. So I'll just right click and say what? Remove columns. Or time. Because I have a series of columns, so what I can do, I can highlight the column. So how do I highlight the column? So I will click the first column, hold my shift button, okay? Click the last column I want to remove, column 12. Can you see that's highlighted everything for me? Do you see that? Then what do? I will right click and say what? Remove columns. Did you see that? Remove columns. Okay, remove columns. Clear? So I do it again. I click on the first, hold my shift button, click on the last column. Once it highlights it, I right click and say what? Remove columns. Are we okay with that?
Yes.
Are we okay? Beautiful. Now, another way you can do that, you can come here, still on your home tab. Can you see choose columns or can you see remove columns? Remove columns. Can you see that? You can also come there and say remove columns. Okay. Or if I come here to choose columns, can you see choose columns? Now, which columns do I want to remove? I will just uncheck them. Column 9, column 10, column 11, column 12. Okay. And I've removed them. So just like Excel, you have different ways of achieving the same task. Okay. So that's the same way. So I've shown you different ways of removing your what? Columns. Do we still have any empty columns here? Okay, we have some empty columns here, right? So how do I remove this? So if I want to remove this, how do I remove it?
Let's click and remove.
Remember, I have from column 25 to 28.
Hold on, shift key to.
I hold my shift button, click on 28, right click and say remove columns. Good.
If you press delete on our keyboard, won't it delete?
Let's try now. So you pick from here, right? Hold your shift button to this, press delete. Did it work?
Yes.
Work now. I say it's just like Excel, right? But it's just so that you be careful that don't. So you hold your shift button, right click and say remove columns. Okay, good. Is our data taking shape now? Oh, this one I removed it before. Okay, let's remove that. Is our data taking shape now?
Yes.
All right. So the first one is that one single row of header, no empty rows, no empty columns. I think we have achieved that, isn't it? What's the next thing to do now? What's the next thing? The next rule.
Could remove any subtotals or totals.
Any total. So do I have total or subtotal here? Do I have total or subtotals here? Okay, I have total here. So how do I remove total?
Filter and uncheck.
I will click the filter and say what? Uncheck total. That's all. Please take notes. While you are doing all these things, your original file, nothing is changing there. Nothing is changing there. It's still the way it is. Okay, it's still the way it is. Okay, so no total or subtotal. Okay, so we have done that. One row of header, no empty rows, no empty columns, no total or subtotal. Are we good? Are we okay with this?
Yes.
All right, next. What's the next thing? What's the next thing?
I think it's the rule that has to do with dates. Ensure that dates belong to a particular column. Can't remember exactly.
All the
Okay, all dates must be on a single column, isn't it?
Yes. Correct.
Yes.
All right. We'll come to that. We'll come to that. Okay. Now, let's look at this data. Can you see this missing data? You can see this missing data, right? Now let's look at it. This is the order ID. This is customer ID. CG12520. What is this customer's name? What is the customer's name?
I got also.
Claire, is it not? Now, is this the same person?
Yes, because they have the same customer ID.
So that means that instead of repeating it, they just only wrote one, but it means that this one is still the same person.
True.
Hello?
Yes.
All right. Look at this person's ID. What's his name? Hoffman. Is it the same person?
Yes, same ID.
Is this the same person as Tracy?
Yes.
Is this Steve?
Same Steve.
Beautiful. So if you're in Excel, how we have done this? If you're in Excel, how we have done it? In Excel, how we have done it?
You can use if statements. Does that work? Using if rule.
You can, what's it called?
you can actually fill down.
You can
Yes.
what?
You can
Say
fill down.
what? Fill down. Thank you very much. Fill down. Okay. So I can just come here. Can you see my home tab? Let's see. Transform. See, you have it here. Can you see your transform tab or your transform tab? Can you see fill?
Yes.
Can you see fill there? Fill down. Have you seen that? Has it worked?
Yes.
Beautiful. I'll do it again. Can you see maybe if I just click on one, let's say transform, fill down. Do you see that? But you see, I have several columns that I also need to fill. I have segments up to, please also furnish it, okay? Up to category. Can you see that I've highlighted it the same way I was deleting? I'll come to my transform and say what? Fill down. And that's all. I'm done. Are we clear with this?
Yes.
Or I can right click. Let me see. I have fill down here. No, okay, not fill down. So transform, fill down. All right. So I'll pick it up again. Up to this. Transform, fill down. All right. Is the data looking cleaner now?
Yes.
All right. Another thing again you notice, right? You notice this. This is not normal like the other ones, isn't it? So what have you noticed here? What do you notice here? Yeah.
The date is not well formatted.
The date is not well formatted. Okay. Is this date?
But the header is showing is date. That's 13/12/2015. Why the was for the remaining are not really showing.
So can somebody tell me what's happening there? From an Excel point of view.
Maybe you have to format the column.
Yes. Can somebody tell me what's happening with this data? Yeah.
Okay. What's it
It
called?
has been unpivoted.
It's not well. What's it called? The segments with the what's it called is not really used very well. I forgot to know.
It's not well formatted. It has been unpivoted.
Unpivoted. Is that it? It has nothing to do with pivoting, but just looking at the data, just looking at that column, what is it telling you?
The data is not in date format, it's in number format.
Is in what?
It's in number format, not in date format.
Which one is in number format?
The column for the date. The type of data, the data type is number, it's not date.
More in CSV format, like how do I want to put it? A,1,740.
Now look at it. In Excel, how many data types do you have?
We have two, long and short.
In Excel.
We have number, we have text, we have boolean.
How do you know a number? How do you know a number?
Number will always be at the
right.
So what do you notice with all these other data? Where are they aligned?
To the right.
Right.
What about this one? What do you notice?
Yes, and the
Is
text.
the line to the right?
So which is telling you that is a what?
Text.
These are the little things that we must take note, because your understanding of the kind of data that you have will determine how you are going to clean it. Okay, so just imagine that this was an ERP system, right? You know, in the ERP, maybe the particular software, right? Maybe they put currency, they now export it. You know, sometimes in the software, it will appear normal. But when you export to Excel, it may also look at it as another character. Is that not true? So that's what you are seeing here. So it means that for it to be a number, what do I need to do to make it a number?
What to change the format?
How? So we change the format. Okay. So if I change the format, now look at the data type. Can you see on top here? You have 1, 2, 3. What do you have here?
1, 2, 3 ABC. ABC 1, 2, 3.
So this one tells you that is a what?
Number.
Number. This one tells you that is what?
That's the more variable character, number, and what is it?
Text,
Letter.
exactly. So what do we do? Somebody said we should change it to number. So let's change it to number. So what do you see?
Error.
Yeah. So if you're in Excel, what are you going to do? If you see this thing, what are you going to do?
We change it to text. So
Change it to text. It's already in text now. This text, Abi.
let's change it. Let's click that stuff and see. Let's use date, time, and zone. Yeah.
You want to use what?
Yeah.
Like this.
Yes. Yeah.
This simple Excel, oh. Data analyst.
I can't see your screen, sir.
You can see my screen.
Yes, I've been seeing just one screen since.
Here.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so what is it? So what are you going to do in Excel? What are you going to do?
We're going to sort it. Sorry, filter.
That's what-
So
Let's right click first
Okay, let's right click.
on that stuff.
Okay.
Transform. No, is it transform?
we're going to replace value.
Somebody say transform. Transform to what?
No, it's not transform. It's not transform.
Okay, somebody say replace value. Replace what now?
We are not replacing value. I think
We're going
it's
to
more.
replace what is
We are
there.
changing it from in Excel where we have that dotted something at the end of it like this. We're changing text to number. Let's just right click. Let me see something. Let's right click. It's not filter. It's not this one.
Okay, so understand that why is here why is it seen it as a text? Because you have these funny characters in front of it, is it not?
Yes.
So what do I want to do? I want that funny character to come out. So what do? I just right click, say replace values. Can you see that funny character is here? So let me delete the number itself and leave only that character because I cannot type that character. What do I want to replace it with? What do I want to replace it with?
Number.
Nothing. I want to remove it completely, so I'm not replacing it with anything. So I'll say okay. That's all. Then what do I do next? I make it what? Whole number. This
Sorry,
one
coach.
is, yes, sir.
But if we are, what's it called? If we are not to change it to a date, would that A affect?
If you change it to what?
If you are not, if we want to change it to a date now, with
We are
that
not
A
changing
will.
to dates. We are not changing to dates yet. This is just the number itself. These are the revenues.
Okay,
It's
maybe
not a
that's
date.
just a sign.
Okay, that sign. So that sign could be like currency, not necessarily
Okay.
the date.
Okay.
It is see,
Okay.
that is the thing, eh? Before
I
you
thought it
jump
was.
into the data, if you remember our data pipeline, right? It's about data understanding. After you get the data, you must what? Understand the data. Because it's your understanding of the data that will determine how you are going to treat that data. Okay, so we have seen that it's because it's maybe they type something in front of it, but you cannot see. That why it's reading it as a text. So rather, what do I want to do? I want to remove those symbols or those characters out of it. Okay, then I will now convert it now to what? Numbers. Okay. Does the data look clean now? Is it taking shape now?
Yes.
All right. So what's left again? What's left? Yes, what again?
The data are still not on a single column.
Yes, the date should be on the single column. So what do? I will take from here to where? From 2008 to 20 what? 19. So what am I trying to do here?
Now you want to transpose.
I want to what? Transpose. Hey.
Yeah.
So if I right click and say transpose, do I have transpose here?
No, you have to go to transform again.
Okay,
Yeah,
if I go to
yeah.
transform, do I have transpose here?
I saw it somewhere.
And look at it under transform now. See transform. Can you see transpose here?
Yeah, that's replace.
Is it transpose? So let's transpose
That's
and see. Let us transpose and see. Is this what we want to achieve?
no.
Is this what you want to achieve?
No.
So you see, transpose is just switching rows to column, but this one we see the numbers along with it. So what are we going to do? Yes?
Replace value.
Eh? Which
Replace
value? What are
value.
you what are you replacing there? We did this thing when we were doing Excel now. We did this thing when we were doing Excel.
Okay, can we use autofill?
What are you autofilling? We talked about what? All pivot columns. Can you not see it now? I have moved all those years now into a single word column along with the corresponding word values. Now, attribute stands for what? Attribute is what? Attribute is what? In SQL, attribute is what? Yes?
Data type.
That is your field name now. Your field name now. That's the field name now. I told you in SQL, it can be called field or attribute. That's your column name. That's why they call it attribute and value. Okay? So here we put what? Dates. Then we now change the data type to what? Dates.
I didn't see how you on pivot.
Okay,
Look
how
like
will
a
pivot? Okay, let's look at it again. Do you know how to highlight?
Sure.
You know how to highlight. So you click here, hold your shift button, go to the last column and click. Okay? So I will right click and say what? On pivot columns. That's all. So it has moved everything into 2 columns. So here, what do? I will switch it to what? Date type. Then I will label my this as dates. While my values, I will label it as what? Revenue. Is the data clean now? Has it been cleaned now?
Yeah.
Has the data been cleaned now?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So it is now that we are ready for what? Analysis. Now, do you know that some data cleaning can take you up to a week or a month?
Yes. Sir.
Because it is just one little stupid thing that can change everything for you. Just one little space can change everything for you. Okay? So once you are done with all these transformations, now we are ready. Then we now go to what? File. So close and what? Apply. Close and apply. That will take us back to our what? Power BI. Close and apply. Are we there now?
Yeah.
All right. So can you see my screen now? Power BI screen.
Yes.
So now we can now check whether it's working, isn't it? So remember that this is your data. If you want to know where the data is, you come here. Can you see this is your report screen? This is your report screen, right? No. This is your report screen. That's what we are seeing here. This is data. So this is the data, where the data is. Can you see the data now?
Yes.
Then this is your data model. This is your data model. Okay. So let's test if it's good. So if I come to category, maybe I take revenue. I'll take another one, region. By what? Revenue. We can take what again? Let's say segments. By revenue. Another one again. Category, revenue, region, segment, ship mode. Let's take ship mode. By revenue. Okay. Then let's take states. So let me put it on the table first so that we can see it. Then we'll take what? Revenue. All right. So is this working now? So you notice that all of them will have the same total, isn't it? They will all have the same what? Total.
Sorry, mine is coming in a chart format.
Yes, it can come in the chart format. So what you can do, switch to the table. So for example, if your comes like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I like seeing it in the table first.
Okay.
Now see whether it's making sense or not. Do we get? So then what we can now do, okay, if you want to put it in charts now, you can put it in charts now if you want to. Or you can use the donut charts. Yes. Okay. Okay. I can put this there. Segments. I can put it in form of the donut charts. Yeah. This by states by revenue. I can put it in form of a map. I'll put it form
But
of a.
excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, does this automatically detect the map of my
Yeah. It's automatically takes as a map. Yeah.
because there's sometimes I had to go to my settings to reset for this to get the app to get the map
No. Is it in Power BI or where?
and Power BI.
Not
But
necessarily. The only time you have to do, as long as you did it uses this is powered by Big, right?
yes.
So Big already has names that the moment it detects the name, then you already knows the map.
Okay.
That's why for Abuja here, now you see Abuja here. If I type Abuja there to not see it, what it recognizes is Federal Capital Territory. I think we mentioned that now when we're dealing with maps.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what happens. Yeah. Automatically, it's expected to detect it automatically. Okay? Yeah. So other things we can also do. So you see, if the data was already clean, in 10 minutes by now we would have finished our report, isn't it? But you see how long it now took us to what? To clean the data. So that is why, as data analysts, most of the time they spend is on cleaning the data. So that is why you must always have that practice that anytime I'm storing this data is going to be used sometime in the future. So I must learn how to keep it in the proper structure in order for me not to start cleaning and transforming. That's why I keep saying that even if you are working as a team in your organization, train others to save you stress. Do you understand? Train others so that it will save you the stress. Okay. So other things we can bring out here. Let's say, for example, the revenue. How many revenues? What's the total revenue? I can bring the total revenue here. But if I want to summarize it, I will use it as what? A card. Can you see a card?
Yes.
Yes, I'll put a card there. So you see how easy it is now. So in case I want to put my Naira sign there, what I can do, if I click on this revenue, I can come to my currency here. Can you see your currency here? Currency. Can you see currency here? I'll scroll down to where we see Naira. So the moment you see Naira there, you can
Select it.
Yeah. So see Edo. All right. So same thing, I can also come here, take my revenue and put it here. Remember that this is total revenue, right? So I can also take this, put it in the cards, right? Put it in the cards. But rather, what I can do here, I can come. Can you see my revenue here?
Yes.
I can come to this drop down here and say, give me the average. So that's the average revenue. Can you see that?
Same thing in pivot table.
Yeah, just like your pivot, exactly. Just like your pivot table. That's average revenue. Then we can take it again. Let's say revenue. Switch it. So let me put it in the form of a card. I'll switch it to, let's say, maximum revenue. Can you see that? Now, best practice, if you want to do a dashboard, the best practice is better you design it, have a layout, or just draw it on a piece of paper, how you want the report to look like. Then you can now start working on it here. Otherwise, what we are just doing, just like trial and error. You get trial and error. So by the time you look at different visual designs, then you now start seeing, okay, if I want to design it, this is how I'll just do it. So people use PowerPoint. You know your PowerPoint, right?
Yeah.
So people can design on PowerPoint, okay, how the layout will look like. Then they will now bring it here and start working with it. Okay. What again you can do? So for example, like customers, can you see customers? So how many customers do we have? How many customers? Can you see customers here? It's writing their names for us, isn't it? So what
Yeah.
can we do? We'll switch it to what?
Total customer
Count.
count.
Can you see count? Count is how many?
480.
480. But are there 480 customers or is the number of transactions? So we need to know the unique customers, you know, so it will be what? Count these things. Can you see that? So how many customers do we have?
14.
14. But how many transactions do we have?
480.
480. Beautiful. So can you see the difference? So I can still take my customer name here and switch here to what? Count. So here I can simply label it as what? Number of transactions. Why here I can call it what?
Distinct customers, number of customers.
Yes, number of customers. So can you see that data at a glance? What we have done?
Yeah.
Then we can now bring what? Our report. What should we call this report?
Sales report.
Huh?
Sales report. So
Okay, sales or let's say revenue report for what now? Revenue report. Okay, for the link that revenue reports. So we can increase the font size. You just highlight the text there, increase it. Okay, so if you want to switch the colors, you can also switch the color. If you also want to make it bold, you make it bold. If you want to change the font, you can make the font. All right. Then if you want to bring what now, maybe the logo, company logo, you come to what your image. Do we have logo here? Logo. Okay, so okay, let's use total.
Samila.
Yes. Okay. So you see that even if you don't have any coding skills, right? Can you see automatically you can still do some form of analysis? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
It-
And that's
it-
all
it-
you need.
Is the DAX is the DAX that is something to look at.
It is the DAX that will stop you. So we'll get to DAX. We'll get to DAX. So can you see that we are done with our reports? Okay, we are done with our what report. Then if you want to include some slicers, yes, you can also include slicers.
Yes.
So what slicers do you want to see by? What do you want to slice it by?
Maybe let's slice by region.
If you want to slice by region, okay. So I bring the region here, put the slicer. Now another thing you can do again there.
Sorry, I missed how you inserted that slide.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Now look at the slicer, right? So let me delete the slicer. Okay. So what do I do? You want region, this is it. So I took region here, dropped it here. This is your region, isn't it?
Yeah.
So can you see, I want to switch to a slicer. So can you see slicer? Can
Yes,
you see slicer?
the funnel sign.
Yeah, the funnel sign. So I switch it there. That's all. So if I want to make it a drop down, then I now come here, list. So this is drop down. So it's not a drop down. Can you see that? So I cannot be switching them. You see that? Alternatively, okay, let me remove region from here. Okay, let me remove. Okay, let's leave that first. Let's leave that first.
I think you can slide by many.
Yes. So what I want to show you again there, you see this list here. Can you see this list? Not central. So I want to fill it up here. So what we can do here, you can come here to your list. So this is your list already, isn't it? This is your list. So come to your, can you see here your properties, format properties? Right? You see general. Then you see your orientation. Switch it to horizontal. So now I can make it full like this. You see what I've done? Instead of making it like a list, I now bring it out in this form. So I can now see what. So you see some reports like this where they just click here.
Thank you. Motion dashboard.
Yeah. So let me do another slicer again. So let me bring maybe customer name. So what do? I'll come here, slicer. Come here to what? Drop down. And that's it. Okay. Are we okay with this? Yeah.
Yes.
There's one thing I watch on one Indian guy's dashboard. Maybe like there is two tips.
Yeah. Okay, two tip. No, we'll come to two tip later.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come to two tip later. And you know, we're just introducing now. So you know, there's a whole lot you can do. All right. So our dashboard is ready. Then I will now come here and label it and call it what? Revenue
Dashboard.
Let me call it revenue. Oh, so we can have several reports here. All right. Are we good to go?
Sure.
Yes. So you see, the drag and drop is that the problem?
Definitely
What's
not.
the major problem? What is the major problem? What is it that's supposed to
Cleaning and DAX at
So
least.
cleaning and transforming the data, isn't it? Yes. To
Mm.
clean and transform the data. So let's look for other. Let me check if we have other data sets that we can also use. Let me see if we have another data. Let me share any data set. Data. Okay, I think this is another one we can use. Let me share this data. Let me. So go to your canvas. Right? Go to your canvas. Under your canvas, look for On that canvas, just go to where you have your Power BI. Then look for data. Let me see where it's called data one. Let me see if it's data one. Data, okay. So data, let's see. Okay, I think it's here, data. All right, add item. So check go to your canvas, then check data. You see the Excel file, data. Data. Okay, so another thing you can do is that you can save your file, right? So just go to save, just save your file. So whenever I save your file, it saves your file as what? A PIBX file. Can you see PIBX? So let's call it revenue report. It saves it as a PIBX file. Choose on that location. All right. Then again, another thing, but the problem is that sometimes you cannot just copy these things, like you cannot just copy it and take it to Excel. It may not, it won't work. Just like that. So sometimes what you can do, you can just do a screenshot of the report. You can take a screenshot of this report, or what you can also do, you can export it as a PDF file. Export to PDF. So in case you want to send it as a report, you can send it as a PDF file. Can you see that? It will save it as a PDF file. Alternatively, you can embed in your PowerPoint. You can embed it in your PowerPoint.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are the different things you can do. But now, even in your Python, you know, you can also embed this in your Python.
But the embedment, will they still be showing this motion?
Yes. As you are clicking it, go to link it to here. Even in your Python too, you can also read this report in Python. In your Python, you can also read this in Python. So there's a new library. I don't know. I'll try if I can install that library. Then we'll see how we can work with it. Okay. So that's that. All right. So have we downloaded that data set? So let's try and look at that.
Sorry. Before you go further away from this screen.
Yes.
Under that slicing, when I selected each of the different, like say, slices now,
yes.
I can't go back to the entire set. What do I do that covers everything again?
You go and uncheck that slice now. Go and uncheck it. I will show you later how to edit those slices so that it doesn't, maybe let me open the.
Not getting how to uncheck. Could you show, please?
That's good. So what you're saying that if I click here, right?
Yes.
That's changed, right? So what I'm saying, click it again. It will check.
Okay.
You get, so I can click it again. It will go back to the normal. Can you see that? So if it's checked there, I'll click it again. Or can you see this? This is like eraser. Can you see eraser? Clear selection. And click on it. Did you get that?
Yes, I got that.
Right. Okay, so have you downloaded your data set?
We're on it.
Okay.
What's the name again, please? Data what?
Data. It's called data.
I think it's just uploaded now.
Yeah, so you
Okay, so fresh.
It wasn't there before.
It's called data. So download it and let's work with it. If you can analyze any data and you can do a dashboard like this already, you can apply for any job as a data analyst. We get that. You can already apply as data analyst. Now, the only difference is now that what will now make you distinguish yourself is how advanced you can now go. Okay? Because there's no particular one role that will give you everything that you need. As you keep practicing, that's how you are still going to keep learning and learning and learning and learning and learning.
It's the same thing now. I'm struggling with automation now.
You are struggling with what?
Automation. I have to write Python code to screen data from the web.
Okay, you see, you have gone on that level now. So you are into automation now.
Yeah, using Selenium library.
Selenium, beautiful soup, request, right?
Daytime series, time.
Yes.
This thing is headache.
So that is what makes you now stand out. Your ability to now learn how to go and source for data yourself. Have a whole pipeline where you can source the data, extract it, and do your whole automation. Okay, so that's the next. At that point now, you are now a certified data analyst. Okay. All right. So have we downloaded the data? I want to close, just me, I want to close it so that I will start opening it again, so that I will start afresh. But make sure you have saved your own work.
Now, what should be my file extension here?
Check now. Check the file? Check the file now.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine. One of our what's it called video has been replaced with Java class, the Java class.
Which video?
On SQL, joining.
I'm not sure. I don't know. Is Kennedy there? I don't know if Kennedy can address that.
It's still good now.
Which kind of people? I just opened. I was like,
Okay, Java.
we'll learn Java for free now.
Java.
Yeah, you learn that Java now. But I'm not sure. I don't know how it was uploaded. So maybe Kennedy or Davy can attend to that.
I'm looking for Java, so I'll go and check it today.
Okay, data. So do we have this data here? The
adventure work budget data.
All
right. Subcategory, bike rates, bike racks.
So we have the data like this. So what's next thing we're going to do?
With extract from Excel and transform. Check if you can
transform data. All right. So quickly clean that data ready for analysis. Clean that data ready for analysis in the next 5 minutes. Clean this data quickly. Let us see.
I'm sensing this to be problem because it is right at all. I dropped one null value and then the whole data reduced to 17 rows. I don't think it is right. to append this.
Who has finished? Who has finished?
I'm still trying.
You're still trying.
I've forgotten how to append this. I'm trying to append this date.
Okay.
Think append.
Can you see as simple as this data looks? It can give problem, Abi.
I think what I understand here is you just I make that one as headers, the category as headers, then the match I have to append this dates to be in one
Yes.
column.
Yes.
But I'm forgetting how to append it to be in one column. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Who again? Who has finished?
On something, I don't know whether you don't see it.
Sure. Okay, share your screen. Let's see what you have done. Share your screen. Let's see what you have done.
Looks not very good, but she wants to share.
Are you giving permission to share?
Yes, you have. This is what I have. I
Yes.
close and applied.
Okay.
Yeah, append.
Does it look like what we are doing? Is the data ready for analysis like this?
I think so.
Is it ready for analysis? Yeah?
From me, yes.
For you, yes. Beautiful. Thank you very much. You did a good job. Thank you. Next, let's do again. You can stop sharing. Thank you. Go again. Yeah, who wants to share? Let us see what you have done. The most important thing is for you to attempt it yourself so that I'm sure that at least you know how to transform it and use Power Query to work with it. Go again, sharing screen.
Append.
All right, share your screen. Let us. So let's see what you have done. But let's look at this. Let's look at this again. Now let's look at this. So walk me through what to do now. Walk me through what to do. Can you see my screen now? My Power Query screen. Can you see my Power Query screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you walk me through what to do? How to clean it?
You click and remove that null value. As for me, what I will do.
Yes. So we'll remove the first two rows.
Then we'll make the third row headers, category headers.
Yeah. So how do I do that?
You remove the first two
Remove
rows.
first row as header.
No,
Use first row
not
as
yet.
header. Use first row
Okay.
as header.
Oh, that's a shorter way.
Isn't it? Then what again?
We'll check the null values. Let's see.
There are no null values.
Are there no value?
Okay, they have
no null rows, no null
okay,
column. What I did
What
was
do
to
I
remove subtotals.
Beautiful. Oh, subtotal, ground total.
Total, yeah.
Hello, ma.
I think the next thing is to pivot
So what?
the date.
All
And
right.
that's the next thing.
Okay, so to pivot, I will select my data. First one up to grand total is here. Do we need the grand total here? Do we need the grand total?
I remove it. No, no. I remove it. I remove it.
So from January to December. So what do we do? On pivot column, call here what? Dates.
Dates attributes.
Call here revenue or just say sales. Switch here to what? Dates.
Date.
That's all. So can we start the analysis now?
Yeah.
Yes, close and apply. So let me go back to my. So that's my data here. In case I want to relabel my data, I can also relabel it here and say, I can just double click on the data here and type, let's say, let me call it sales data. I can also label it here, sales data. So if I come here and check it, I will see my data here. Okay. So we now do our reports. So what can we do? There's a category. By sales, right? What again? Subcategory by sales. Yes, what again? Product name by sales. Any other thing again? Is there another thing again we can see from this data?
Category.
Yeah.
Dates and sales. So no the
Dates
period
and
where
sales. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I can remove. So you check it. Is it just one particular year? 2016. So it's just 1 year. So you cannot. So this is an annual data, right? So rather, what can we do? We can work in terms of what? I can remove the year. We can work per quarter, isn't it? Per quarter. Then we take it again. Dates. Remove the year, remove the quarter, leave the months. So sales by months. Yes, any other thing again? Yeah, that's it again. We can do. You know, in these categories, right? We can also take category by category. You understand that? Then I can now switch this category to what? Count. Do you see it like that? Hello?
Yes, yes.
All right. So that's fine. So we can start our visuals. Can you see where the data is so large? Then the best thing, what would have been the best thing to do? If it's too large like this, what can you do? Yeah. What can you do? Can you see how large this data is, right? You can see how large it is.
Do not.
So since it's too large, now what can we do?
Could you change the visualization type maybe to do not?
Yes, to what? To what? Do not. Okay, if I change it to a do not. But you see, it still has a lot of these legends. It's quite a lot. So it does not look visually appealing like this. So what can we do?
Leave it as a table.
Okay, you want to leave it as a table. Yeah, you can leave it as a table, but yeah, sometimes we can leave it as a table. But if it's bigger than this, what else can we do? What else can we do? Now we have what they call, so look at this now. Right? So let me come here. This is the table, right? I'll come here to filter. Can you see filter? I want to filter the product name. Can you see the filter? By top end. You see top end? So I want to see, let's say, top 5 products. Top 5 products. By sales. Apply. Can you see that? Now I cannot visualize it by what? Top what? Top 5. Can you see that? So I'll say, I'll come and label it here and call it what? Top 5 products. Okay, but I can change it. If I want to change the title, then I have to go into the format here. So anytime I want to change anything inside, I'll come to the format. Then can you see title? So this title, I come here and say top 5. So I can remove that sales by, let's leave it as top 5 products. So that's so I can leave that as a bar chart. I can also do the same thing here. So if I want to do this as top end, so I come here, click on it. Can you see on my filter? I will go to the, not the this thing. Can you see the name of the filter, which is the qualitative part, which is subcategory? Then I'll come and say basic, top end. Show what? Top what? 5. Add value. So what value you want to use by the sales? So I put the sales value. So it's going to categorize by the sales value. Then apply. Then to summarize it immediately for me. So I can put this. Then if I want to label it, then I can come here, come to the title and call it top 5 subcategories. Then for the quarter, well, we can use a simple bar chart. See the quarter. Then for the monthly data, what can we do here? For the month, which visual will be more appealing for this? Which visual will be more appealing? Eh?
Line was this one?
Yeah, the line chart. Yes, line charts. Alternatively, I can take this out. Then maybe I can put this there. Then I will take that, so that time now, so that date now, I will just take the date here. So remove the year, remove the month, day, and leave it as quarter. So that quarter, I'll put it as a slicer. Okay. Then I can come here. So you see that if I come here to this orientation and switch it to horizontal, then it can become, so I can now slice them by 4 by quarter. So I can slice by quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, till whenever. Even my products, come here, slicer, and put it as a drop down. Have that. Okay. Then I can insert my logo. Type logo. Which logo we have? Okay, we take this one. Then, as best practice, and that's what you should always do. So let me take this. So another best practice, what you can do. So let me just give space here a little bit. So underneath it here, you just take a text box, right? Take a text box. So you have like the data analysts. So you put your name, let's say Francis Okoye, and I put email. Francis.okoye1@yahoo.com. Then, in case you want to now put your picture there, so you can put picture. So let me say Francis. So let me take a picture. So can you see I can bring my own picture in the reports? I'm sure you have seen some of reports that look like this, right? Where you see the person's name and all, and the contact. So it's also good you also do that. Okay. Then we can do. So let me insert maybe. What should be the name of the report? Sales report, right? For 2016. So if I highlight that, anyways, Let's highlight that. Okay. Let me remove one of these ones. So in case you need to now, let me make this blue. All right. So in case you want to change the whole view, you can easily come here and switch the views. Can you see that? You can easily come here, switch the views. So all those pictures we are showing you, or you see online when they are doing reports now, show you all understand how to do them now. Right? Then sometimes you see all this one count off. So when you are reporting them, it's good that you use descriptive header. So you can just come here. So if I want to switch all the names, so look at this count off. So what I can do here, if I'm okay with this, then what I can do, I can come here, count off. So I come here, can you see the format? Come down to title. Can you see title? If I don't want the title, then if I switch it off, it's gone. Otherwise, I click the drop down, just say category. Just say categories. And that's all. Top 5 subcategory, sales by category, top 5 products, sales by month. Then again, if you don't want all this your grid lines, the same thing, you can come here to your format. I click that format. If you cannot find them here, what you just do, just type here grid lines, grids. When I see grid lines, then I can switch it off. Grid lines. So I can come again, click here. Grid lines, switch it off. I don't need it here. Can you see that? If I come here again, grid lines, I don't need it, switch it off. So make sure your report looks clean. All right. So by quarter, so are we clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Clear.
Yes. Now let me show you how to. Now the same way you scrape web for data, isn't it? In Python. Okay. Now here they have also made life easy for you. You can also scrape web automatically here, such that this your report every day. If they are updating on the web every day, just click refresh. Do you get every day? Just click refresh. So let's look at this. Our what do you call it now? What's the name of our website for COVID-19?
NCDC, or what is it called?
Yes, covid19.ncdc.gov. So let me share my screen so that you see it. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Now look at their own dashboard. Look at their own dashboard here. Epic of the call it. Can you see how they are doing their own? Download travel protocol. Web view. Loading. So you see their own data. So how many of us can we do this in Power BI? Can we replicate this in Power BI?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Possible.
Yes.
Can we do this in Power BI? Yes. So now when you see a report like this, you have an idea of how to do it, isn't it? Now let's come back here now. So imagine now, I want to connect to this now. So I want to get this table. Can you see? I want to pick this table now. I want to pick this table. So if I want to pick this table now, what will I do? How will I pick this table?
Maybe copy the URL.
You said?
Maybe you copy the URL.
Yes, you copy the URL, I mean. So I copy the URL. Good. So I'll copy the URL. Yes. Then what again?
And you can copy the data itself. But I don't
Is
think that
that?
one will refresh. So you can copy
Which
the
one?
table itself.
Okay, if I copy the table itself. But
It will not
remember
refresh.
that I want a situation where that every day is automated. I don't want to be doing it manually.
Yes.
I want to be automating it every day. So yes, I'll copy the URL. So let's go to this thing. Let's go to our Power BI back. Let's go back to our Power BI. Let me just take a new one.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. I think maybe I'm left out.
Okay. So let me share my screen. All right, so we have copied the link. Now, so what do? I come to get data, web. Can you see that? I'll paste it there, web. Then let's say okay.
I just need to get now.
All right, so let's check table 1. Is this the table we want? Is this the table that we want? Yeah, is this the table that we want?
Not sure. What's
The first one is the table that you want.
You're not sure?
Is
This is not the table that we want.
Table 1.
Yeah? This one, table 1, right?
Yeah.
So what do we do? Transform data. Okay. So now what can we clean? What do we need to clean anything here? Do we need to clean anything here?
no?
Eh?
No, we can just filter and see if there is any subtotal or total product.
Okay, so if I come here, and so we can just relabel this as states. We can name this as what? Cases. We can name this as, what was said just now? Number of lab confirmed, number on admission. Okay, this is confirmed cases. This one is what? Admitted. This is what? Discharged. And this is what? Deaths. Now look at this. Remember that if you are trying to plot this data, don't really understand what FCT is. With the map, understand what FCT is. Yeah?
No.
So rather, what should we call it?
Federal Capital Territory.
Exactly. It must be labeled like that. Federal Capital Territory. So label it as Federal Capital Territory. All right. So we can label our table as, let's say, COVID-19. So if that's all, we have nothing to clean again, right? Nothing to clean, so that's all. So confirm all the data types, correct? Are the data types correct? Yes. So close and apply. Close and apply. Let me go back to my share screen. So can you see my COVID-19 data set now? So I can take these states by state. So maybe I can put it in a table format first. So I can take, let's see, I can take by admitted. So if I want to put the visual of that, or I take the visual. So can you see? That's the map of it. But if I don't want it, I can now switch it to, let's say, confirmed cases. Take it to the size. Confirmed cases. Okay, what can we do again? I can take states, switch it to tables, take, let's say, admitted, take confirmed cases, take death, take discharged, right? I'll put it on a visual like this. This one is too big. It's too big, right? But you see, in case I want to bring like 4 parameters into one, so that's how I'm going to do them. Or in case you want to put them in this form, you can also do that. But you see, because they are quite large, then you have to also be careful on what you want to achieve there. Okay, so in that case, what can we now do? What can we do? You can do top 10. Beautiful. You can do top 10. You can do what? Top 10. Okay. So let's first, so let me take that out. So let me just leave this one. Let me take this at the middle. Okay. So let's say, for example, I want to pick out my, what they call it now? I want to pick out those listing that you have there. So these are parameters here. So what I can do, I can put them in what? Like a card, isn't it? So for example, I can take admitted. So I can put it in form of what? A card, right? I can put it in form of a card. Okay, I can put it in form of a card. Then let's see, this admitted, let's say we have what? Debt. I'll put it in form of a card, debt. What again?
Confirm cases.
Confirmed cases. I'll take that. Confirmed cases. Put in form of a card. Okay. Put in form of a card.
Discharge.
Then discharge, right? Discharged. So I can take discharge and put it there. Okay, discharged. Okay. What again do we need? Discharged. So maybe I can just take my states here, put it in form of a table. Then what again do I want to look at?
We need confirm cases.
Okay, confirmed cases. So in that case, I can, like how we have in what they call it in Excel, your conditional formatting.
Yes, yes.
So you can also do something like that. So let me see. Okay, that one I want to do that one tomorrow, but we can still do it. Confirm cases, states affected. So let's go to confirmed cases, units. You want it in thousands, millions? You can switch it there. So if I want it in millions, can you see that?
Sorry for interruption, Mr. Francis.
Yes.
Another class starts now.
Okay, another class starts now. Okay, guys. So what you can do before tomorrow, take this dashboard, try and replicate that dashboard they have on the NCDC website.
Okay.
All right. So we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, sir.